In today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 Apple Watch bands for your Apple Watch. Let's check it out. What's going on, guys? My name is David with Side of Tech. Welcome to the channel and happy fall. So take out your flannels, get yourself a pumpkin spice latte because we have all 5 of our straps here right in front of you. So the bands we're going to be going through today are the Alpine Loop, the Nike Sport Band, the Nomad Sport Band, the stainless steel black Milanese Loop, and our leather option is the Nomad Modern Leather Band. Now that we got all that out of the way, let's go ahead and check them out. So something real quick about the Apple Watch Ultra. This is a 49mm case that can take 49mm, 45mm, and 44mm bands. So just something to be noted. So the first band up is the Alpine Loop in the green color. This band is one of my favorites that came with the Apple Watch Ultra. One thing that differentiates this from all the bands that we have here is that this is the only one with titanium bits on each end of the band. And the color matches perfectly with the Apple Watch Ultra, so that's something to be noted here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this thing attached. Let's get this on. Last loop here. It automatically makes your watch look more rugged and more sports-like. This is probably the most secure connection that you're gonna get out of all of these watch bands, just because the hook over here just hangs onto these loops for dear life and does not let go. You have to really like curve it and then it's gonna come out. All right, so this one is really easy to put on. So the only difference is you're gonna be hooking this thing on instead of using like a Velcro or something like that. If you do a lot of heavy sports, this is a great one for you because of that hook feature. And while I'm propping this thing up so much, there is one thing to be said, because this band I actually do not recommend for everyday use. So with really great security onto your wrist, you might have to sacrifice the ease of use to take this thing off sometimes. So as mentioned before, you have to really curve the hook, and it takes me a couple more seconds to take this off. There you go. So that one hooked up a little bit more, not too bad. But yeah, guys, that was the Alpine Loop. If you need a band just to stick onto your wrist and just never come off, this is the one. So just like my leather case video, go ahead and take a shot every single time I say the word band or strap. You guys are gonna get wasted. Okay, so next band up, I consider this one of the best workout bands that you can get. This is the Nike Sports Band. Oh, and I forgot to mention, by the way, I'm gonna be going over the prices of each one of these bands. The Alpine Loop is $99.99. So definitely not a budget one, and you're definitely paying for the titanium bits that they're using here. But besides that, the Nike Sports Band, this one goes for $49.99. So this band, and I'm gonna really try my best to say this correctly, this band is made from fluoroester. It's basically like a rubberized silicone band. And actually, fun fact, this is probably my oldest Apple Watch band. I've had this one for about 4 years now. So this has lasted me up until today, which is really saying something. The best thing about these bands specifically, and why I recommend this for working out, are the little holes that are embedded into the band. It really increases the breathability whenever you're working out. Okay, so let's put this onto our Apple Watch. Now, the way this one hooks up is you kind of put this top strap into the hole. Now, I would definitely consider this one of the best everyday bands that you can get. You can wear this thing all day and your wrist is not gonna sweat, but I do have a couple of cons with this. Number one being is the finish. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this on camera. So you can see here that the fluoroester, it does wear pretty fast, especially if you work out a lot. You will also get some dirt and debris inside the little holes, so you definitely want to clean this one often, or just put it through some water. That way it doesn't allow for dirt to just build up there. But yeah, a really great everyday strap. You can't go wrong with this one. So for the next band, this is a great alternative to that previous Nike band that I just mentioned, but it's from a different company. And funny enough, this is actually called the Nomad Sports Band. This one is going for $59.95, so a little bit more expensive than the Nike Sports Band, but I will say that the build quality of this band is a lot better. This one does have a similar type of feeling with the fluoroester, but you also have a really nice feature of an aluminum closure clasp, which makes it a whole lot harder to take off compared to the Nike one. There are a ton of third third-party watch bands, but I feel like Nomad is the one that gets closest to Apple's build quality. So enough talking about it, let's go ahead and put this thing onto the Apple Watch. And again, just like all the other Apple Watch bands, these are super easy to put on. I mean, that was no effort at all. And then they stay in place. They're super solid in there. And it goes on just like the Nike sports band, and it just closes right up. And the cool thing is that you do also have the perforations just like the Nike sports band, but you have that added rigidity. Like, I'm tugging pretty hard on this thing. It's not gonna come out. Now, are there any cons with this strap? I would say not really, guys. This is honestly one of the best watch straps I've ever used. I mean, you could say it's a little bit more expensive than what you can get with a Nike sports band. But yeah, go ahead and get yourself one if you're looking for an alternative to Apple's offerings, or if you just want a really nice, rugged sports band that you can use every single day. Now that we covered a few everyday bands, we're gonna go ahead and cover just a couple of more premium options. So I do have one from Apple, and I also have another offering from Nomad. These are the ones that you wanna take out if you wanna dress up your Apple Watch a little bit. So the first premium offering is the stainless steel Milanese loop from Apple, and this one specifically is in space black. And fun fact about these watch bands, they actually used to be a lot more expensive before. I remember when I first picked this thing up, it was actually $200 compared to now where retail price is $99.99, whole $100 difference. So nowadays they don't come in space black anymore. They actually come in a graphite color, or kind of like a space gray type of color. The band is a stainless steel mesh material, so you can kind of see through it. I don't know how good that comes up on camera, but you can see through this thing. Every single bit on here is stainless steel, so you don't have to worry about rust. And what's cool is that this latches down with a magnet, so you can directly put it onto the mesh and it sticks on pretty good. Again, this is gonna look a lot better on your Apple Watch Series 8 models, but I have to say it doesn't look too bad on the Apple Watch Ultra. I mean, space black on anything is gonna make your watch look super sick. It feels like you can wear it all day. Now with that being said, that's kind of where my problems lie with this watch band. It feels like you can wear this every single day, but this is not really a great everyday carry type of watch band. For one, it's not as flexible as the other one, so if you're trying to work out with this, it's gonna kind of bind up on your wrist, and that's where it feels uncomfortable. And also, while I love the adjustment of the magnetic clasp, it does move throughout the day, so you have to constantly adjust this. Although I do love that mesh material, sometimes some gunk can get locked inside the mesh, so that's kind of a con that you might have to look out for. But yeah, for the overall value of this watch band, for $99, you get a really nice premium option. So let's say the stainless steel look is not really appealing to you guys. You want a more traditional type of look. So if you guys don't already know, Nomad makes some of the best leather options for your Apple accessories ever out there in the market. They're one of my favorite third-party Apple accessories brands out there. So the best thing about the leather is that they use vegetable tan leather from a company called Horween. And that leather comes from Chicago, right here in the US. So for this type of leather, you're gonna be paying a little bit more for it. This one retails for $79.95. Another cool thing is that each one of the bits on here is stainless steel, and you do have the option to choose the color. So you have a couple of choices that you can choose from. The best thing about the band is the leather quality. Thank goodness that's the best quality. You can see all the patina that I've created throughout the years of owning this band, and that's what gives it a truly original look. This has a traditional loop, they tighten it down, and I love that they include 2 loops instead of just one, so that way you're not slipping and sliding all day when you're wearing this. I mean, the only cons I could really think about this watch strap is that it's made from leather, so it will heat up throughout the day. Another thing is you will get a watch tan when wearing this thing because it allows almost no sunlight onto your wrist. So you might want to take off your watch every couple of hours just to even everything out. But yeah, definitely one of the best leather options you can get out there. Alright, so now that we covered those Apple Watch bands, which one is my favorite? So my overall favorite has to be the Nomad sports band. It's the one that I put on and leave on every single day. I can do all my everyday activities. I can work out in this thing. If for some reason I need to submerge my Apple Watch, this thing has me covered. So it's really great for the everyday user. Alright everyone, I want to thank you so much for watching today's video and my coverage on these 5 Apple Watch bands. If you want more everyday tech content, definitely follow me over on Instagram. I post stuff there almost every single day, so definitely take a look if you guys want to check out some more stuff. I also want to take this time to thank all my old and new subscribers. You guys are the best, and thank you for giving me a shot. I have some really great videos planned for the rest of the year, so I can't wait for you guys to check those out when they do come out. Now, with all that being said, guys, this was David, serving you a little side of tech, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you guys.